Hi, everybody that's on so far. We're just getting ready to start in about 4 minutes, but I'm going to try to see if I can stream it to Facebook now because last week it took so long. But hello, Deborah. Hi, everybody. Thanks for showing up a little bit early. And it'll just be a couple of minutes here while I get us on Facebook. By the time I get on Facebook, it'll be 7, I think. We'll see. Okay, it's doing what it did last week. Here goes my second try. Hopefully we'll be on in just a minute or two. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to get on. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It's just like 2 weeks in a row. I'm thinking it's just because so many people are out of work and on the internet that it's like bombarded the internet. But not sure. Oh, I know you guys can hear me. I'm trying to get onto Facebook, so I'm trying to stream it to Facebook right now, and that's what's taking so long. So I apologize. I thought I would started 5 minutes earlier to get on Facebook by now, but for whatever reason, the internet's not so great right now. So it'll be just a minute. I apologize.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Michael, Nikki, Chanel. Oh my gosh, Terry. Thank you guys. Joan for coming. Deborah. Hi, Andrea. Type in where you guys are from. I know we have California with us. Let's see. Where else are you guys from? Florida, Arizona. Big hugs to you guys from Jackson, Austin, Ohio. Big hugs to everybody on the call. Yeah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Lisa. Joe.
Hi, everybody that Cheryl just said hi to and more. I don't know if you guys can see me while I'm doing this.
Yes.
Oh, you
Yes.
can? Okay, so you see my strange looks on my face as I'm staring at my computer. Um, it's just, I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. Last time it took me 3 or 4 tries last week. Share. Okay. Okay, it seems to be doing something different. This is good news. I'm crossing my fingers for this one. It's not a blank screen. It's actually moving along.
We'll cross our angel wings.
Yes, cross your angel wings. Are those like chicken wings? No, I'm just kidding.
Not.
That
was funny.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. It's a little child in me.
You have to laugh, right?
Yes, yes. It's been an interesting week. I'm just going to talk while this is happening.
Sure.
I've just had an interesting week, and it just seems like the world as we know it's changed so much, and we're just having to learn to do things so differently. And it's been interesting. All I can say is I've had a hard time sleeping at night because I feel like I'm not getting enough exercise. Yeah, and so I've been up like all hours of the night. I woke up, I think, at like 4 this morning. Just strange things, and I don't sleep very well because I've just got all these weird dreams I'm dreaming of. Been very active at night, my dreaming. And my cat has been going crazy here at the warehouse. She's like very crazy. So if you see a cat running around in the background, I don't know that it's going to go on Facebook tonight. It's just frozen. It gets to a certain point and it just freezes. Allison, let me ask you a question. Are you able to stream it to Facebook from your end?
I've never done that.
Okay, does it even have that option under more?
Just invite.
Okay, then you can't do it. I didn't think you could, but I thought I'd ask. We'll go ahead and start talking. Well, you know what?
Yeah, sure. Do you need to log out and log back in? I mean, is that,
maybe, I don't think that's the problem. It's definitely Facebook. It's just thinking.
It's thinking.
So I'm going to exit out of.
Do you want us to begin? And
yeah, I'll start and I'll introduce myself. We'll give it a few minutes, and then we'll see if I can get on Facebook. I know you guys can see us, but nobody on Facebook can see us, and I'm trying to stream it on Facebook for everybody else.
Yeah,
that's what I'm working at. Sorry. But anyways, we'll get started here, and then I'll try in a couple minutes and see if I can get on Facebook then. I'm Kelly Eckhart, for anybody who's new and doesn't know me. I am a psychic medium, and I try to do this every Wednesday night. And now last week, Cheryl and Allison joined me, and I asked them to join me again this week because we had so much fun. And I got so many emails of everybody that just loved the three of us together. And I thought that's awesome because I like the three of us together. So I invited them to come back as much as they want. So I'm hoping they'll come back almost every week, if not every week. So that's what, and then I live in Huntington Beach, and I do readings right now, everything online, because I'm not meeting anybody in person until this whole COVID-19, is that it? Yeah, coronavirus is over. I'm just trying to do my part and stay inside and not spread any germs around. So if anybody's interested in readings, there is information well, there's not because it's not on Facebook, but we will post information in here too, and we'll put our websites and stuff towards the end. And tonight we're going to answer a few questions, and we're going to do a couple readings. I think we're going to each try to do like a mediumship reading, and then like we'll answer a couple questions in the comments for psychically. So I think that's kind of our little format. So if you and Allison, if you or Cheryl want to introduce yourselves, and while you're doing that, I'll go try to get me back online with Facebook.
Okay, Cheryl, would you like to go?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Cheryl Murphy. I'm also a medium and a psychic. I live in California. I live north of Los Angeles. And I've known these ladies that I'm working with tonight for several years. I'm honored. I actually met them at the same time. Talk about synchronicity, right, guys? So that was a synchronistic event just in itself. But I do readings also by phone, Skype, Zoom, FaceTime. I also do public demonstrations trying to show people or demonstrate that love is eternal and that our loved ones are supporting us from the other side. So I do a monthly online training or group trainings. What I really love about what I do too is the joy that I feel from the spirit world and the validation and the emails that I get from you guys. I just want to do a shout out that I also run a monthly healing prayer circle. It's free to join, and maybe in a little bit, later I'll put my link up, but that's free to join. It's once a month where we experience the power of group energy, which is what you'll be feeling tonight. So Allison, please introduce yourself.
Great, thank you, Cheryl. My name is Allison Gannon. I'm a psychic medium and also animal communicator, and also do psychic investigations. And so actually Kelly, Cheryl, and I are working on a cold case right now. So that's something else that we tune into as well. My greatest joy is actually teaching mediumship, teaching everyone has the ability to connect in with the spirit world. And so teaching you how to connect in, and I do that through online classes. And I also teach psychic investigation as well. So that's really what I enjoy doing is teaching how to connect with the other side. So Kelly, we have some questions that come in. So as you continue to work over there, would you like me to begin with one of the questions?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so how we're going to format this, everyone, is much like last time. We're going to go through some of your mediumship questions or psychic questions in general, so that the whole group can benefit from learning about the afterlife. And then we're going to go into readings. So, okay, so here's a question. I didn't get to tell my brother how much I loved him before he passed away, and I wasn't always the best sister. Said some things, awful things to him. Is he mad at me? So I guess in general, we can talk about, for her, but in general also, are people in the spirit world, do they stay mad at us? Cheryl.
My experience with the spirit world is when I do connect with them is that they have unconditional love for you and everything that's going on in your life. And even though you may feel, or even though you guys did pass, at odds, when you were at odds with your brother, I don't feel that he's mad. If anything, it is all about forgiveness. It's all about understanding. It's all about growth and evolvement and seeing it maybe from a different perspective or a different side. So I really feel like when you do connect with your brother in the spirit world, he is nothing but love and supportive for you on your journey. What would you add to that, Allison?
Oh, Allison, I would add that the people in the spirit world see us and know us for who we truly are, which is unconditional love. We may not always feel that way, but that is who our true soul essence is. And so those in the spirit world, they probably know us better than we know ourselves, because they understand the reasons for why we do things, say things, behave such ways. And so there really is this level of forgiveness from those on the other side, and vice versa. When they have been hurtful here on earth, when those in spirit have hurt us and caused us pain, when they cross over, they have a better understanding and a fuller understanding of their ways and what their actions have, how they've impacted us here. And so they often come through with their own apologies. Kelly?
I completely agree with everything you guys are saying. And I just feel like once they pass over to the spirit world, they go through their life review, and through that life review, it's them seeing every interaction, but now not just from their point of view, they're seeing it from every perspective, so they have a better understanding. And so a lot of times during readings, I do get, an apology or an acknowledgement of them being, difficult to their family and apologizing, or admitting to being stubborn and not liking to be wrong and things like that. So I think that, those are the human things that we do, but in spirit, they understand better.
Yes, great, wonderful. Here's another question. My mom died 15 years ago, and I'm worried she'll reincarnate before it's my time to die, and I won't see her.
Oh, that's a great question. So can I say my belief on that?
Mhm.
I don't believe that any of our spirit family family in spirit that we knew physically in life are leaving before we get there. I believe they wait until we get there, and then it's a choice. Once everybody they've been in life with is on the other side in spirit with them, then they can choose if they want to have another life and reincarnate, or if they want to stay in the spirit world and be a guide, or whatever route they want to go to, or however many lives where they're at in their spiritual journey. But that's my belief.
Also, just to remember that time is, very different in spirit world. For them, it's just not even a moment, a blink of an eye, where to us, it seems like years and a long time. So I know that when it's, your time to join your family again, just like mine, it'll just be a moment for them. And it'll just be like, you'll just pick up where you left off.
Great.
Alice? Yeah.
Oh, Allison.
She just likes to read the questions.
So I believe, and our beliefs can change over time too. I believe that our soul is kind of like a pizza pie, like a pizza pie, and there's slices. And this lifetime, one little slice has come down into this incarnation and has become Allison. But the rest of the pizza, or the core of the pizza, is still up there in the spirit world. And so mom will still be there in the spirit world. Her soul will still be there in the spirit world. And then when it's your time to pass, you will recognize her for who she is, although she may also have another slice incarnated into someone else. Some people believe there is no reincarnation. Everything is happening simultaneously, like the Course of Miracles. Because everything's happening simultaneously, we're living all of these lives at the same time. It's really kind of a mind boggler. But that's another option that's out there.
I just want to say a couple things real quick, because I really I love what you guys had to say, but I actually see people are posting a lot in the comments, and I just want to go over the rules really quick. Okay. So we don't want to know everything when you type a comment. If you'd like a reading, you could just put that you'd like a reading, because we want to make sure that we're giving you that information, and we're picking up on it, not because you told us. So don't post everything in there, please, so that we can kind of tune into your family and bring them in, and we can kind of wow you with our gifts, and we do evidential mediumship, so we want to be able to bring that evidence through and know that we brought it through, not that you told us. So if you want a reading, just kind of hold off on the comments for that, because what we're going to do is finish the questions first, and then we will kind of tune into spirit. And if somebody can take the spirit that we're bringing through, then you would comment in the comments the evidence like that we're bringing through. You would say, yes, I can understand Father in spirit, or yes, I can understand all the things that we say. You have to say yes, what you understand. That way we know who to connect with and who we want to read, you know, who our reader or sitter is, basically. And with the psychic readings, we're just going to kind of look when we're ready. We'll tell you to post your question and keep it simple. Don't tell us everything in one question. Like maybe focus on my family life, or focus on my mother who's not well, or focus on, you know, if you can tune into this or that, but keep them really short and not too much information, so that we can kind of get in there and not be flooded with the information you gave us. Okay. I just wanted to say that before people post everything on there, a whole bunch, and I want to make sure that we can tune in properly and not get caught up with all the comments. Does that make sense? All right. So sorry, Allison, I just saw like everybody was posting stuff and I was like, oh no.
Oh, sure. So here's one more question. And so again, right now, where we are in this hour, first we did introductions, and now we're doing discussion of mediumship questions in general, so that we can all, you know, discuss and learn about the afterlife and the other side. And after that, we're going to get into some readings. Okay, so another question. What are some signs spirit will send, my spirit loved one will send to let me know they are around?
Oh, that's a good one. You want me to go?
Sure.
Yes.
So I love that spirit. I think if we're open and we're paying attention, we'll see more signs. And I know that I get a lot of numbers, like repetitive numbers. That's a sign from my son. His favorite number to give me is 420. And it's not just on the clock. I've gotten hotel rooms with 420. My mother's gone to the hospital and they moved her from, she was supposed to be in room 404, but when we got there, they put her in 420. So, you know, the other thing I get are birds and feathers, but it's not just any feathers. They really are just synchronistic feathers. They aren't where they should be. For example, I've had a feather fall from the roof of the inside of the vehicle, and it was a duck feather, and I'm like nowhere near ducks when that happened. It was at the beach. Ducks are not at the beach. We have seagulls. So, you know, that was not a normal feather. And at the same time that I see these signs, I'm also aware, because I'm paying attention to the energy shift, and I know that that's like my sign from spirit saying, I'm here, feel me. So I think a lot of times we overthink them, or we talk ourselves out of them with our logical mind. Butterflies, ladybugs, like when you find a ladybug in your house, like that's just random. Why would a ladybug be inside? Like these are the types of things you want to look for, you know, just unique things. But it could be so many things. If you feel it's a sign because something about it resonates with you, then that's a sign for you. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. That's what my opinion. And I have a Facebook page where we share our signs. It's called Signs from Spirit, and I love signs. Go ahead, you guys can go.
Thank you, Sharon.
I love signs too. And you know, the universe is sending us thousands of signs and messages every day. And it's really up to us to either remember the question that we asked the spirit world, or to open up the awareness and the possibilities that this is a connection with them. And when you do see a sign, I just want to say, like, for example, I found a penny, you know, in the parking lot, you know, last month or two. And I knew it was from my father before I picked it up, because I was just meditating and connecting with my father who had passed before I went out for the day. So when I saw the penny, I knew it was from my dad. And I even looked at the date on it. And it was the date he was born. It was 1930. So I knew that was from my father. So just to let you know, be open to any sign out there. Also connect and receive that message. What I do is when I receive the penny, you know, I acknowledge it, that it's from my loved ones. I acknowledge, thank you, you know, thank you for sending it to me. I'm acknowledging that. That way the universe is saying, look, oh my God, she gets it. You know, we'll send her more signs, right? And also, ask for more signs. Yes, I receive it. Thank you. More, please. Right. And it's just such a beautiful experience to really create a connection. So I encourage you guys, and that's such a great question, to look for signs.
Mhm.
Allison, how about you?
So, how many of you have turned on the radio and a song comes on and it reminds you of Dad who used to, play that song, or maybe that was the song at your wedding that Dad danced with you. So music, spirit will very often come through music as a sign. And so, you might be in the car, turn on the radio, there's a song, then you go park your car, go to the grocery store, and they're playing the same song in the grocery store too. So the synchronicities too of that. Also electronics, lights switching on and off on their own, or flickering on their own. Yeah, when you've, put in all new light bulbs. And also, what about phones going off, right?
Mhm.
So, oftentimes phones will go off and then no one's on the other end, and it's
Right.
the number is, a very strange number. So yeah, lots of signs. And I agree with both Kelly and Cheryl, in the more that we acknowledge them, the more often they will come. So yes, Kelly.
I want to just share a little quick story because you reminded me. So my son loves to come through with music as well for my husband, because the two of them had a fondness for Tupac
Oh,
and rap. My son loved rap music. And so randomly all the time, like we're out and about, my husband's phone will be in his pocket. It'll be wherever in the car. It just turns, like some random radio on his phone turns on and starts playing rap music, or the radio station in his car just switches to a rap station. I mean, we have no idea how it's happening, but we know it's my son, and he just loves it when it happens because he's like, oh, RJ's with us. So they
great.
do love doing things like that. And the fact that my husband's so open to it, I think that he gets that a lot. And my son, is very connected with them. So pay attention to those signs. They are beautiful. And to me, it's like, it's as good as getting a reading, because I know my spirit's like sending me love.
Oh,
Absolutely. And also another one that people have actually mentioned in the chat are dreams, and dream visitations. Yes, our loved ones can come through in our dreams. It's actually one of the easier ways for them to come through because we're relaxed. Thoughts from the day have slipped away, and we're in that state of openness and receptivity where spirit will be able to come through a lot more easily. Anyone want to talk about dreams or dream visitations?
So since I was a child, that was the number one way I connected with spirit every night. I would just go to the spirit world, I always say. And spirit has always come to me and given me very important messages. And it's like they know to tell me about important things. For example, like when something bad's going to happen, they'll tell me like, you need to leave now, and so like I'll wake up and like they saved my life like 3 times. I've had spirit come and wake me up and say, you've got to get out now, when our house burnt down, things like that when I was a kid. So I love spirit connections. And when my best friend died, everybody comes through to me when they die, but when my best friend died, it was difficult the first time she came through in the dream, because they do feel so real. And in fact, I wouldn't let go of her, and I was holding on to her like this, and my husband woke me up because I was crying. So they feel that real. I felt like I was holding her, and I was told her I wasn't going to let her go back to the spirit world. I was going to hold her here in this world. So, but they are beautiful things. The next time she came, it was more when we were kids and we were having fun, and she didn't want me to be sad, she said.
that's beautiful.
So, yeah, spirit, I love those dreams. They're the best. If you are a vivid dreamer, I feel like that's a good thing. You're lucky.
And someone's asking, is they're not getting those visitations? Shauna says, is there a reason one may not be getting them? And my suggestion to you, Shauna, is we almost have to know that it comes at the most unexpected times. You would never know. We never know sometimes when we're going to get a visitation or a dream from our loved ones. You could be out traveling. I know I was out traveling at a business conference one weekend, and that would just be the last person on my mind that weekend. And that's exactly when they entered in to let me know that they were okay. So it just happens. I know that I did have a beautiful visitation right around the new year. So I always thought that was really interesting because there was so much power and energy around a new year. I think it was New Year's Eve that I had it. So I would just say, look, it's going to happen when you least expect it. So when you're trying or pushing or asking, just, you almost have to let all of that go. Would you guys say anything? I want to add that to that.
Yeah, and if your intent is to have a dream visitation, first of all, when you do have a dream visitation, it's always going to feel lighter and loving. If you have a dream that feels scary and kind of grief-stricken, and your loved one feels like, in a bad place, that's typically your own conscious mind working things out, or subconscious mind working things out. Dream visitations, it's really like they are back alive with you. And a couple recommendations in having dream visitations. One is have a pen and paper by your bedside on your nightstand.
That's a good point.
And set your intention. Like we could all do that tonight. We could set our intention. I'd like my mom to come visit me in my dreams. So let's go ahead and all set our intentions now. Who would you like to come visit in your dreams tonight? Maybe it's a pet. Maybe it's a friend or a neighbor or a family member. So let's take a moment to do that. Okay, so they have heard you. They have heard your thoughts. And next, have a pen and paper by your bedside. And like Cheryl said, now it's our time to release that thought into the universe and not hold on to it, wishing and wanting for it to come true, knowing that our spirit loved ones have heard our invitation for them to come visit us in our dreams, and then releasing it and allowing things to unfold naturally. And then when you wake up in the morning, very important, when you realize that you're waking up, stay in that same position and just take a few minutes to recollect what you were dreaming about. Once we start moving and our muscle memory is kind of changed, those dreams can just flit away. So, and then write your dream down as soon as you remember it. So often we think, oh, okay, I remember my dream. And then we get up and we go off and do the day. And then you can't remember your dream, at all. So write your dream down as soon as you remember it. Now, your loved one may not come to you tonight, but be open that they may come sometime later this month or next month. So they've definitely heard you. And then lastly, if you have forgotten your dream before writing it down, oftentimes we remember our dreams when we're in the shower, when we're getting ready, because water is a conduit to spirit. So often you're in the shower and you get great ideas and you think they're your ideas, but they're actually your spirit guides and your loved ones who are like giving you some ideas.
Inspiring.
Right, inspiring you. And so oftentimes we will remember our dreams either when we're taking a shower, or maybe sometime something else in the day might trigger, right, that dream. And please, if you have a dream visitation tonight or this week, please write on Kelly's, wherever this is being posted, and let us know, because we would all love to know who came to visit you.
And I just want to add, so I get woken up a lot of times at 2, 3, 4 in the morning from spirit.
Yes.
Not so much now, but I used to more.
Mhm.
And one of the things I do is I use the voice memo on my phone because my husband's sleeping and I don't want to turn lights on. And I start leaving myself a memo of what the dream was about. And I'll listen to it in the morning and it refreshes my memory. I also will do that as soon as I wake up if I remember a dream, or if I verbally say the dream out loud immediately, like I start telling my husband about the dream, it's ingrained in our memory. We lose it, I think, in the first 6 seconds if we don't talk about it or write it down. So that's one thing I know. So I always tell people, talk on your phone, make notes on your phone, text yourself if it's in the middle of the night and it's dark. That's what I do.
Sometimes I'll draw a picture. You know, if I can't think of the words to write down, I'll just draw a picture of what I dreamt, and that'll help kind of,
Yeah.
you know, put words to it afterwards.
I love dreams though. I like them. So let's it's getting late. So why don't we see about doing a reading? And I actually thought we would start with a mediumship reading.
Okay.
And so I was just going to kind of tune in and see who I feel first. And then if somebody can understand it, you guys can just comment in the chat, letting us know what you can understand. So like, yes, you can understand in the exact things, or, you know, and so on, until we can fine tune it to the who it is. So I'm just going to kind of tune in here. But I have to say, I got a weird sign earlier from my son when I was messaging Cheryl and Allison. His name just popped into the text message that I sent to them, and I'd like, where did that come from? It just said his little nickname right in the middle of like the message. So I was like, okay, RJ's around. And my son always brings somebody with him that's got things in common. And so I have been feeling another a child here this whole night. So I do feel like I've got a young man that's coming through. And yes, his name was RJ, yay. And he's a beautiful boy, my son. But this son, he's bringing another kid through that's a lot like him. He's a fun, outgoing, energetic kid. I know that he's coming through for his mother. I also feel like this boy, you know, in life, I think, you know, he was a good kid. He had a good soul, but he didn't always make the best choices. And he didn't always understand who he was. And so sometimes I think he would be insecure or try to act ways that it really wasn't like him, but it was just the way he was trying to fit in. Can anybody understand a son in spirit that would have, I feel like almost kind of lost his way a little bit? And if you can, put in the comments. I know I've got a son in spirit. I feel like he was very charismatic, very smart, very sweet, but didn't always know himself. And oh, don't tell me names, please. Just yes, no, or I don't know, and what you can understand, okay? So I don't know, you put Giovanni. Do you mean like you have a son in spirit named Giovanni? I can't see that name even with my glasses. Vernice? Oh, a brother. So no, I know I've got a son that's coming through. So, and please don't tell me names, everybody. So we want to get those names for you if we can. So if anybody can understand a son in spirit, I know I've got a son in spirit that's coming through. I know he's charismatic. I want to say he's a young adult. So to me, young adult would be 17 to 25. He's like in that range. He's a very charismatic, sweet, loving, funny guy, a lot of energy. Because I know I've been feeling this kid, and I know it's not just my son. My son's bringing him through. And if he's not your son, maybe he's coming through for his mom and you're friends with the mother. So if anybody has a friend who's lost a son and you know about the son, or you know the son, this could be like you being a messenger for your friend. So leave a comment in here. So Deborah, you can understand this for a friend? Okay. And Leslie can understand this for a friend. Now, do either of you know the son? So have I described their child at all? I know he would have been between 18 and 25. He's older. My husband, oh, nope, I'm talking about a son, Deborah Yates. So this is definitely somebody's son. Okay, so Deborah, which Deborah is this? Oh my gosh, the comments are going so
there's
fast.
two Deborahs. Deborah P said the age is right.
Okay, and then also Leslie can take the age. So Deborah P and Leslie, listen in if you can understand the charismatic, sweet, fun, loving kid, but a little bit lost, kind of not knowing who he is. If you can understand that, say yes. Let me know, please. Yes, okay, for Leslie, and yes for both of you. Okay, so I feel like maybe I've got two boys. Maybe my son's brought two kids and they're coming in on these like piggybacks. But let me keep going. I also feel like his passing would have been tragic and unexpected. I do feel that he was not doing things the right way. I think he was making some bad choices in life. Can either of you understand that for your friend's son? No. Okay, and Deborah, can you understand this? Yes. Okay. So I feel like I'm with you, Deborah, but Leslie, if you can take some of this for your friend, like by all means, share the message with her because I might have like two. It's called a piggyback. Um, so Deborah Pruden, oh, your stepson, but he was older. Yeah, I feel 18 to 25. I know I've got a younger person here, Deborah Yates. I'm sorry. I definitely feel though the age is, I'm in that age group. Leslie would, or Deborah, I mean, all these names. The other Deborah, would you
Yeah.
also understand that your friend's son, he was funny. He had a good sense of humor and he loved to joke around with his mother. Would you understand this? Okay. And I know that him and his mom are very close. I feel like he wants his mom to know how much he loves her and he's sorry. He wants her to say, I'm so sorry. I also feel that this was a tragic thing that happened. And I feel like somebody in the family either was there when it happened or something. So I feel like there was some trauma in the family because of this. Okay, so Leslie can understand that. I don't know if Deborah, you can understand that as well. Um, so he really just wants everybody to know that he's okay. Okay, that's fine. So I'm getting, like I said, I've got a piggyback here. So I feel like I've got Leslie's and your friends, both of you. That's so interesting. So I just feel like he wants everybody to know that he's okay. He's at peace. I also feel like he's over there with family. He's not alone. He wants his mom to know he's not alone. And I don't know if, I also feel like he would have younger siblings, and I want to say a sister in particular, because I do feel like there's so many similarities with my own son. I feel like my son's coming through with him, like we have all these things in common, Mom. So I do feel like he would have had a younger sister. Can you understand that, Deborah? Deborah P, I think it is, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So he just wants to send love to the family. He's watching over them. Oh, she was your student. Okay, so that's how you knew him, kind of, maybe? So anyways, just let the family know he's okay. He wants to send them love and he's doing great on the other side and he's with family. I made her a quilt and oh, that's beautiful. So did you guys have anything or does anybody else feel these boys? Cheryl or
Well, I felt one boy. I'm not sure which boy it was.
okay.
The three with the boys, if you want to listen, I didn't go very far with it because you really, gave a complete reading there. I did write the name Nick down, Nick. So it does not have to be his name, but it could be someone connected to him on this side of life or on the other side. Also, I felt athletic. Sweatsuit. He was actually came through with sweatpants. And I'm not sure I was connecting to the same boy Kelly was. It's just that I was connecting to a young man in the spirit world. I felt that this was maybe more accidental, in any case, if you can understand any of that information, that's what came through as Kelly was speaking. How about you, Cheryl? Anything with this contact? We're each going to do a contact, but if you have anything.
Yeah, I just felt a lot of rambunctiousness, what Kelly was saying. I felt like I can't sit still and I'm moving around and I want to talk about everything. And he was very entertaining and very active. I feel like he was like up early and in bed late at night. I felt music around him also. I feel very family oriented. Like I do love my mom. I do feel, yeah. I actually feel him on the slimmer side. Did you get that, Kelly?
I felt that too. I felt very cool though, like he dressed just really cool, and he I don't know if he had tattoos or not, but I just feel like he had this cool look to him, like a persona. Yeah.
Nice.
Very charismatic and fun, loving.
Good. Well, it looks like Deborah could take most of, if not all of the information from you, Kelly. So
yeah, so thank you. Yeah.
Synchronistic that she's quilting his sister.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why he's coming through. I felt it. It's so funny. I felt it earlier when I saw that text message. I was like, oh, there's boys with them. They're gonna come on tonight. So I just felt like there was all these, and then I've been sitting here feeling these energies. And I'm like, okay, okay. And the funny thing is my cat has been going crazy
Oh,
and she's like acting like a little kitten. And I feel like that's my son. So I know there's young spirits around when that happens.
nice.
Great,
So
great.
uh, you want to go?
For me, am I going?
Yeah, I mean, just start with whoever's coming through for you.
I feel like I have a male with me and I feel like he's someone's brother. I know that we had a Giovanni earlier, but I don't know if this is him yet. But I feel like I have a brother and I feel like he is super close to his sister, really super close in age. And so I feel like I am connecting with the woman here and with her brother. Now, her brother may be on the call also, but I feel like the brother I'm connecting with, I feel like he passed in an accident and I feel like very close to his sister. Yeah, 1 year younger than you, Marnie. I mean, I feel like I'm almost a twin. I mean, I just feel like I'm so close to my sister. And would this be an older brother also is what I'm feeling? Oh yeah, okay. Well, you have a younger brother, Marnie. Okay, let me just, and Veronice, do you have an older brother? Is it like 1 year older and then, or like a twin? I mean, I got to tell you, I feel so close to this gentleman. He's just hugs and kisses to his younger sister. So Veronice, did you say that he was older than you, just to confirm that? And Marnie, your brother might be here too. Is I younger, less than a year? Okay, I feel like I have. Was he okay? How's this, Marnie? Yeah, your brother. Oh, less than a year though. I feel like he's an older brother. So let me just work with the two of you. Even though he may have been younger biologically, I do feel like he is an older brother, right? I am older, he is younger on both you guys, but I feel like I have he's looking out for me. I just want to tell you, I feel like he's taller than me. He's looking out for me. He would have protected me. You know, that's what I'm feeling with this gentleman, right? And biological brother, Darlene. I feel like he was older when he passed and he was taller, Marnie. Oh, okay, he was older when he passed. Let me just bring some more information through. I feel like he passed in an accident. Can you guys understand that? And I feel like it was around work. I don't know why I felt it was around work, but I just feel like I passed from an accident and it was around work. So I'm going to let one of you guys just type in when you can. But I feel lots of love from this gentleman, lots of protective energy around him, lots of love and lots of protection. Can either one of you take or accident? Yes, not during work. He was a cop. Okay, Veronice, let me work with you. Okay, however, he was home from work. Yes, both accidents. Goodness gracious, not at work. Let me bring through some more information. He would have had a scar. You know of him having a scar. I feel like he has a scar that's pretty evident. And I also feel like I would have worn a tattoo. Also, he would have had a tattoo. So I feel like I have a scar that's pretty evident. I almost feel like the scar is, it's somewhere. I don't know where it is at the moment, but no. Do you understand a tattoo? I feel like I have a scar. I almost feel like it's on my face, I have to say. And then I feel like I have a tattoo. He had no tattoos. Yes, on tattoo, maybe not a scar, not sure. Yeah, Marnie. Okay. Let me just kind of keep working here because they both might be here. Yes, scars and face, Marnie, right. Okay, scars on the face. Okay. So not the it's opposite with you guys. You forgot. Okay, Marnie. Let me just tell you what, is August also significant for you? Marnie, or may I just stay with you then here? Is August a significant month for you? And Veronice, if you'll just kind of stay tuned with that. And I'll just let you bring that through. But I feel like he's saying, like, look, don't worry about me. Like, I'm okay. Like, a lot of times you worry and you're praying for him, not in August. What may I just say, is August a significant month for you then? Is it like your birthday or anniversary, that type of feeling? And then also, Marnie, is your mom on the other side? May I just go there? Because I just felt like someone just stepped in also with this gentleman. Nothing in August from Veronice. No August, but yes on mom. Okay, I just feel like mom's here. I feel like mom's here with your son, and you have a real tight family. Am I right? Because I feel like this gentleman is just such a protector for you. He's just so warm. And Veronice, your mom is also on the other side. You know, it could be, they always come through together. So, you know, I really do feel, and I have to say the month of August, I don't know why I'm still hearing that. So maybe they'll come to you guys later. But Marnie, I kind of feel like I'm with you just because of of the scar, you could take that, and that was the first thing that came before the tattoo. But I just feel lots of love and lots of protection, and like I feel like you're worried about something, Marnie, and your brother's like, look, don't worry. Like you I don't know if you're hey, look, there's a lot going on in our world right now, but it's almost like something at home that you're worried about, whether you're concerned about creating a new job or starting something new. May I just confirm that with you? And I know a lot of us are in that creative stage, but he is coming through to tell you that he loves you and that you light a candle. You can understand that. Do you light a candle for him? Because he's thanking you for lighting that candle from me. And I feel like there's an altar or a little area at your home where you have, photos of your loved ones, right? Actually, mom comes through a lot louder. I want to say your brother's very affectionate, but mom comes through and she has a little bit more of a stronger voice. If you can understand that, Marnie, it's what I'm feeling with your mom. And she does feel like the matriarch of the family. She is a softer energy, but boy, what a powerhouse when she has her mind made up. Okay, so we have your family here, and I just want to tell you that you're being taken care of from the other side. They give you so much love, and they love it that you've been looking at their photographs lately. I also understand that you've been looking at cards that they've sent you, or you've been opening up these folders and looking through things, and it does have to do with them. So just to let you know, they're watching you, and they say no candle, but yes on photo cards. I'll take that. That's great. Would you please light a candle for them? How's that? And also, just to finish up here, Marnie, they said, what about the car keys? Did you just recently lose your car keys? They're just wanting to connect with you on that. And I just want to leave that with you, just lots of love from them to those two people. Mom is certainly around, brother is around. I mean, just they're both around you so big time. They are such beautiful energy, such big hearts. So thank you so much for that and letting me connect with them. Okay, thank you again, Marnie.
Wonderful, Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl. That was beautiful. Yeah.
Do you have anything, Kelly, or should we start with a new one?
Yeah, please.
Well, do you want to do a mediumship one, and then we'll do the psychic one I wanted to do earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so as I'm sitting here, I'm being made aware of a woman, and she actually feels like, and Kelly, don't raise your hand, please. I really hope it's not for you. I really hope it's for somebody here in our panel. I feel like this is either going to be your sister or somebody who is like a sister. So this could be sister-in-law, or a friend who's like a sister. And I know that there's a lot of emotion around this person's passing because I just am tapping into her emotion. And I know that she passes from cancer. I know she passes way too young, before her time. Well, not really before her time, but way too young. I know that she leaves children behind. And I know that you two have had many wonderful conversations together in life. I know that you two were close as sisters. Okay, so there's one person so far. There's two people now so far. So let me just work this out with this woman here in the spirit world. How do you say your name?
3 people.
3 people.
Me.
Oh. Okay, and younger. Okay, good. Don't tell me anything that hasn't come through, which is great. You haven't. So you can take the cancer, you can take younger, and you can take your sister. Okay, so let me just continue on with her and see what else what other information she can give me, and then we'll see who this is for. I also feel like with her, I know that either her lungs or the chest area was compromised because she reached the area. So can people who were in the panel, can you say yes or no to that piece of information? And as I continue to link in with this sister or somebody who's like a sister, That's like you said, is really much best. Yes. Okay. As I continue to link in with this woman, I know that, it's interesting because she's showing me her hair. So I know that she would have lost her hair, and she's either putting on this wig or her hair grew back a little bit curly. Can you understand that? Not you there, over there, Kelly, but
I can take 100% of everything you just said.
okay. But wait, I just want to see if Angela and Angela and who was the other one? And Chanel. Can you understand that, please? Angela Vogel, no. Andrea,
Yeah, Chanel can take.
Chanel, like the perfume. Okay, so let me continue on, please. So Chanel, like the perfume, you could understand that she lost her hair and that she came back with some wavy hair. Either it's a wig or it's her own hair. Yes, you can understand that, please. And I also know that there should be like kind of a joke or having fun about the hair between the two of you. Like there should have been some sort of laughter about that, trying to make a difficult or challenging situation fun. Do you understand that, Chanel? And everyone else listening, including Kelly, but I'm going to just focus on Chanel for a moment. Okay, and it was a joke.
That's
okay.
funny.
Perfect. All right, let me continue on here. As I tune in, because I'm not feeling her as strongly now as we're moving on here. I'm also hearing the name Jimmy. Do you understand James or Jimmy, please? Could be living or on the other side. And could be connected to you in whatever way. Okay, I'm going to continue on because the responses are taking a long time. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Chanel knows a Jimmy who has passed through a friend. Perfect. And would you also understand with your sister? Hold on one second. That's interesting. I'm getting two things. I'm getting a tennis bracelet, but I also felt there was a necklace. So did she used to wear a tennis bracelet or have a tennis bracelet? You over there, I see you. Okay. Don't remember. Okay, mine. Mine did. Okay, one more thing. She's making fun of me.
She says lots of jewelry, fun costume stuff.
Yep. Sounds like they all came together.
Okay, so I do know with this sister, she was very strong. She had this internal strength, and she was a fighter. And she says very much like you. And she says, and I know why she's coming through with this right now, because she's coming through with tears. So I'm still going to be with Chanel, but please, Andrea and Kelly over there, listen to this. Chanel, to me, it feels like why she's bringing through this message is because you must be going through a very challenging time right now. Do you understand that, please? Stress of the world. It should be more than that. I feel like, would you understand, do you have a child, please? Would you understand that you're, okay, so the feeling is going through a very challenging time and it's connected to a child. And so your sister is coming through to send you that support and strength that, you've got this and you can actually handle any mountain that seems unsurmountable because you, like her, have that internal strength inside, and she's got your back like she knows you have her back. And please know that while your sister isn't physically here anymore, you have not lost your sister. Your sister is still here supporting and loving you from the other side. I know it sounds like there's other people in the spirit world you like to hear from, and I'm sure that they're here and they'd like to come through, but with our, our time, we can't do that right now. I do feel a grandmother, though, just touching in very briefly saying, I'm here too for you, Chanel. So lots of love from your sister and your grandma. Yeah.
Thank you, Allison. That was beautiful. I'm going to take all of it too.
Okay, take it, please.
Like I could take 100% of that. And it was funny because earlier when we were setting that intention, I asked her to come to my dreams tonight.
You did.
Yeah.
Aw.
So she was one of the 3 people I said to come to my dreams tonight. So it is getting late, and I know we answered a lot of questions tonight, but I wanted to do an intuitive reading. And so I don't know how we're going to do this. Let's see. So Robert, I promised him I'd do a reading tonight. And are you still on here? You are. So do you guys mind if I bring Robert on to talk?
Please,
Sure.
And Robert, are you good to talk? I'm going to give you voice. Give me a second. Robert, can you unmute him? Why does it not always let me unmute? There we go. Can you hear us, Robert?
I can hear you guys.
Oh, perfect. And we hear you. So I was going to let Cheryl start with this because I know you and I know a few things and I don't want to cloud my reading.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to let Cheryl kind of start with you.
Well, just to begin with, Robert, I mean, is there a question that you have for us, for Allison and I to start with, or is there an area of your life that you are asking for help with, or
My love life.
your love life? Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll just begin here because we were in mediumship reading, so I felt like we were just got off grandmothers, and I feel like I have your grandmother here. Would you be close to one of your grandmothers, Robert, or to both of them?
Yes, to both of them.
Yeah. And I feel like your family growing up, everyone got together and
Yes.
and everyone's together and it's a big deal and you had to come, everyone had
Yeah.
to get together, that's
Mhm.
just tradition. It's how it goes. And we're all here and
Yes.
they're still over there and they're still gathering together. I just want to tell you in your honor.
Oh,
May I ask, does it make sense to you that you recently left a relationship?
yes.
Okay, because they're sending you lots of love and lots of support, because I feel like you're still healing from a recent loss or a recent relationship breakup. Do you understand
Yes.
that?
Yes.
And so there has to be a time period where that to heal. There has to be a time period where that has to heal. And yes, I absolutely feel, kind of when the winds settle or the winds kind of calm down, right around your heart, because your heart needs love, and it needs love from a lot of people, is what your family's telling me. You're just used to people loving on you from your family, and it feels like it's been a while since you've had that. Maybe just a family connection. You understand that?
Yes.
And so that's what I'm feeling is I do feel new love coming in. I'm going to let Allison maybe connect also, and then we'll continue to work together.
Okay.
Okay, so some of the things that I was picking up was, getting into relationships where it's not transparent, and it feels like you come into this relationship, fully vested, open, and transparent. But the other party, is bringing some of their baggage with them that doesn't allow for transparency. And so it blindsides you. You think you're on the same page, but you're really not. I was trying to tune into that a little bit more to see what it is within you, your upbringing, your experiences that attract people who are hurting, people who need healing, people who are, they're people who are hurting and healing but aren't willing to do the work yet. That feels like the type of person you attracted in the past.
Yes.
And so, in trying to kind of adjust your GPS to someone who is healthier and willing to work on themselves. And so Cheryl probably will jump in again here now that we've
Yeah.
kind of set the parameters here, and she'll probably have some good advice.
Well, what I'm picking up also, Robert, is that you're ready for a serious relationship, right?
Yes.
You know, you are looking for a love of your life, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like or at least the last relationship, or if this sounds right to you, it feels like some of the people that you have been with or have dated are just not ready. They're just not there, you know? Do you understand that? They're not ready for that step. They're not ready for that commitment, you know, and that's a fear for them, you know, and you wear your heart on your sleeve and you're ready. I do feel what I heard from the spirit world is to kind of think out of the box, is we almost have to think different with your energy right now, because it feels like maybe there was a pattern, as Allison mentioned, of this women you were attracting. And what I'm feeling from spirit is, you know what, you've got to go for it. You've got to go for the women, or for the challenge that you have to almost think differently about the women you want in your life, right? You almost have to think about, you do want someone that challenges you to make you the best you can be. And likewise, and you want someone that not only is fun, but is hilarious. I just get that you need a lot of laughter right now in your life, right? You need someone who can make you laugh. It feels like your sense of humor might be a little bit on the quirky side, or a little bit different from other people. And that's beautiful. It's original and it's unique. And I feel like there's someone, and I do feel her to be a professional in the business world, just to let you know. I feel like someone like that stepping into your life. I feel like she is in the business world right now. So Allison, do you want to come in?
Yeah, I mean, I think you need somebody who is focused and dedicated in something, you know? And so what I wrote down is looking in all the wrong places. And so I feel like go back, think about your hobbies, think about your passions, you know, what do you love in life? And then right now it's a little bit difficult with everything that's going on in the world to go out and meet people, but there's online groups, there's local groups, and then start with those passions, start with those hobbies, because you'll bond over something that you both love and that you both are passionate about. You have to have that common denominator in a healthy hobby or a healthy passion. And start that way, rather than, you know, how you've met people in the past. So and just be open to friendship first, you know, and see where that takes you. But she's definitely out there. And I think the other thing I wrote down is, you know, work on you deserving. You are worthy and deserving of a loving partner who comes, you know, wholeheartedly into this relationship 50-50. Yeah.
And I just want to say, like, I wanted you guys to start off because I think I know a little bit, and he comes to my circle, right, Robert? And I haven't seen him in a while, but I wanted to see if you guys are feeling what I feel, because I didn't want to make sure it wasn't just my own, like, you know. But I wanted to follow up with this too, Robert. You are somebody who is a little bit too open sometimes, and you really jump into things because you're just that kind of a person. So you have to be careful that, you know, you're not setting yourself up for being hurt. You know, sometimes we have to take it slow, especially when we're sensitives, because not everybody sees or feels the same way we do.
Yeah.
Okay. So just, you know, be cautious, but be open to love. And when you're feeling in the right place, I feel like you're going to attract the right person. And I think that you're trying to be there, but it's difficult. Sometimes we have to let go of the past to get the future, you know?
So I need to really, like, with my ex-wife, what do I do?
I say, you know, you guys, if you're separated and she's moved on, I think it's just time to kind of, like, you know, start focusing on yourself and letting that go, and just being there for your kids, because that's really what all that matters, is just being, you know, the dad that you are, because I know you're a good dad.
Yeah.
you know, and focusing on that relationship and being there for your kids, and making sure that they know that they can always come to you and that it's not going to be this awkward thing between you, their mom and you.
No, I know. We get along really well now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just think that that's the best thing, and just really focus on like why it is that you feel this pain still and that you keep getting hurt by this past. So there's part of you that hasn't healed yet. And I think that you need to kind of go within and really look at like what it is that you are really longing for. Maybe it's not what you think. Maybe it's not her.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not her. I feel like it's something that you wish that you had, but you never had in the relationship from the beginning, but you're still longing for it. So if you want to create that family and that thing that you want, you can create that. It doesn't have to be with that person.
Okay.
There's a lot of, my husband, he raised my kids, and, and he's been around since they were like little. And they still saw their dad, and like we all kind of just got along as best we could.
Yeah.
So I created the family that I wanted with my new husband, and you can create a family that you want with a new wife. You have to be open to that, though.
Yeah, I
You know?
understand.
Yeah, but it will come. Like I agree with Cheryl, you are on the verge of like getting there to where you're going to meet somebody here real soon. And so I just wanted to leave you with that, but I do want to make an announcement because it is getting late. So thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you.
Robert.
All right, I'm going to put you on mute again.
Okay.
Or is it mute or disable talking? Disable talking. So I was just going to say, for all the people that made it to the very end, I am going to be offering a free 25-minute reading. And what you have to do is the first person, and I'm not going to, I have to come up with my thing first. Hold on. Okay. The first person to to plug in the number in the comments that I'm thinking gets a 25-minute reading. And I'll just say right now, it's not 420. So
Everybody's putting in.
But they were great listeners. They were
yeah, that is great. So
great.
I'm just
Can you give us the
my number
Yeah, what's the range? Is it 1 to 10 or 1 to?
between 1 and 10.
Oh, 1 and 10.
All right, well, we would slow down. Somebody just hit it. It was Geraldine DeVoe. You got it first, number 9. That was a number I was thinking. So Geraldine, send me, let me post an email in here. I just want you to send me an email and I will send you a link. So here's my email. Send me an email and just say you won the free 25-minute reading. And I will email you a link to book that reading. All right?
That was awesome, Kelly.
I just thought that would be fun. It just popped in my head.
Why
and I
don't you put your email, your website on there? And
yeah, and I wanted to make a couple. Another thing is that I do have a sale going on right now for phone readings, and I'm offering 25% off now through the end of this month. I might extend it depending on how long we're on lockdown. And then we're not on lockdown, but that's what I'm calling it. So, but right now it's 25% off, and the code is phone 2020. And here, I'll just put that in here. And whoops. And when you do is just go to my website and book that and put that code in, and it'll take the 25% off. Did that go through? It did. Okay, so those are my big announcements. Oh, and then Allison and I have an event online on April 5th, Sunday. You can buy tickets. They're $25. Basically for 2 hours. We won't be answering questions. We will just be giving readings.
Right, we want no discussion, just reading.
Just reading. So, the two of us are going to kind of take turns. She'll do a reading, I'll do a reading, kind of like that.
You have a link for that you can put in the chat box?
I do. Let me grab that, actually. I do have that good thing there.
And do you have anything else to announce, or Cheryl and I can start sharing?
I'm just, whoops, there. Okay, coming back here. So here's the link to our event. Did it go through? It did, okay. Those are just the big things. Just my phone sale, 25% off readings. And so the event that Allison and I are doing is, it's not everybody gets a reading, but it's 2 hours of reading. So you may not get a reading, but there will be quite a few that will get a reading. Probably like, I don't know, how many can we do in 2 hours? 10?
At least 10, yeah.
Yeah, at least 10.
So, and then the other thing is, just to share my events. I'm going to put this up here. You can reach me on Facebook. It's my Facebook group. Oh, I don't know really what happened right there. Oh, that's the and.
The and got involved.
And got involved. So my Facebook group is Spirit Communication, and that's that blue link up there, and you can join, and that's for free, and that's where I share my events. And then my website is spiritcommunication.com. Basically what I have coming up is 2-hour reading with Kelly. And then also on this Friday, actually I have a Facebook Live with a dream expert, medium Jessica Glick, and she's going to come on Facebook Live and talk about dreams. And then she's also going to interpret some of your dreams that you've had. And so that's Friday. She also has a dream workshop coming up later this year. And I have a psychic investigation workshop that's coming up, and some other classes. But you can find all my stuff really on the Facebook link, which is this one. Okay, I'm done, Cheryl. I just add the Facebook link. Here's the Facebook link. Is called Spirit Communication, and then this is, or the name is Spirit Communication, and then the link is right there. And that's where I have like all my classes, events, Facebook Lives as well. Cheryl!
You're not saying links, Nikki?
They're in the chat.
They're in the chat. Are you looking in the chat? Nobody's seeing the links that we're putting in the chat?
No, I see them.
I see them.
Oh, it's for all panelists. It's not for, I see.
Oh!
All panelists and attendees.
And attendees. How did that happen to us? All right. Sorry, guys. Let's all post our links again.
Yeah.
Here's our event for me and Allison. Can you guys see that now? Okay, good. Now go ahead and post yours. Oh, and here's my website.
Facebook link.
And here's my email for a winner. I didn't know you guys couldn't see anything.
And here is my Facebook link for Spirit Communication coming up right now. There we go. So under Spirit Communication, that's where you can find, you know, the classes that I teach and other events. Cheryl, your turn.
Okay, guys, I just wanted to share my email address, my website address. If you're interested in the month of April, I was going to do a couple of small online spirit circles with just a couple of people, and it'll be a nominal fee in the month of April. So if you're interested, please send me an email that you're interested in joining a spirit circle, and then I'll give you a couple of dates to choose from. But I wanted just to let you guys know that was going on. Also, I sent you a link just now to my Healing Prayer Circle. That's free to join. So just type in the Healing Prayer Circle, free to join. It's once a month where we come together to manifest. We do a nice meditation. I do a couple of readings. And that's a beautiful group of people. We've been doing that for, a couple of years now, easy. Once again, if you can't make it on that night, you'll get a recording in your inbox. So once again, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Kelly, thank you so much for having us. It's just such a pleasure to be with you.
I love having you guys. Thank you. I think it makes it nice for a conversation, and I think everybody likes to hear all the different perspectives. So thanks, guys. Thanks everybody for coming on, and see you next week. All right, I'm going to exit out. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.